Hi and welcome to Introduction of Apache Spark. My name is Nishant Garg and I will be your trainer for this video. In the last section of videos, we have talked about the introduction of Apache Hadoop, Hadoop processes like name node, data node, resource manager and node manager, and also discussed Hadoop components SDFS, Yarn and MapReduce in detail. In this section of videos, we will be talking about the introduction of Scala. Next, we will talk about the Scala programming fundamentals, and in the end, we'll talk about functions and collections in Scala. Now we move on to the first video of this section. In this video, we are going to look at the quick introduction of Scala, Scala features, and get started with Scala. So let's start with the Scala introduction first. Scala was started by Martin Odyssey in 2001 and first public release was January 20th, 2004. Martin contributed generics to Java and also worked to produce the reference implementation of Java compiler Javac that ships with Java Developer Kit JDK today. Scala language compiled to run on Java Virtual Machine, also called JVM, by compiling its source code to bytecode. Therefore, Scala exploits the performance and optimization of the JVM, as well as the rich ecosystem of tools and libraries built around Java. Scala is a language with many features such as statistically typed, mixed programming paradigm, and flexible syntax. Scala uses static typing as a tool for creating robust applications. It fixes many of the flaws of Java type system. To improve code correctness, Scala extends the type system of Java with more flexible generics and other enhancements. With type inference, Scala code is often as concise as code in dynamically typed languages. Scala supports mixed programming paradigm of object orientation programming and functional programming. Scala improves Java object model with the addition of traits and implementation types using mixing compositions. Scala treats everything as an object, be it numeric type. Function programming is most preferred choice to think about problems of concurrency, big data, and general code correctness. Built-in support for immutable values, first-class functions, functions without side effects, higher-order functions, and functions collections all contributes to concise and powerful code correctness. Scala provides several facilities for building domain-specific language API that feels native to the user. Now let's start with programming. For doing programming in Scala, either we need to download the Scala IDE or we can directly code on the Scala console. So we'll see both the ways of doing the programming. So first we'll download the Scala IDE from scalaid.org. If we log into scala.org, we need to download this IDE. We'll click on this and we'll select the operating system based on our host machine. This particular video is working on Windows 64-bit, but you can also set up the same IDE on Mac as well as on Linux. Once the IDE is set up, you need to open up the IDE. It would ask you to create a workspace. So I have created a workspace called Scala and I'll just open it. Now once your workspace is created, you need to create a Scala project. Let's say you create a Scala hello. Next, finish. Now this Scala project is created. Under source, you need to create Scala object. I have already created this file, so I'll just copy the code from here. Now you can also define the package. So I have defined the packed Spark section 3 is the package. And then under the hello Scala, I have defined the main function, which is taking this command line arguments and converting the command line arguments to the uppercase for each word and then printing the command line arguments. So let me just run this program. So I'll run the existing program. So I'll right click on this, run it as configuration. From the command line arguments, I am passing hello Scala word where H, S and W are the capital letters, otherwise rest is small. And if I run this, on the output console, you will see the whole output is in uppercase. So that's how it runs. Now for running it from the console, I am using HTTP 2.5 virtual machine. In section 1, where we get started with Spark, we have already shared these steps for downloading the virtual machine and configure it and get it started, so you can refer that section. I'll directly log into the running virtual machine using putty and say Spark shell. Now this Spark shell will actually open the Scala shell for you, and I'll type the same program here. So I'll simply say object Scala, I'll define the main function, read the command line arguments and convert it to the uppercase, print the command line arguments, and done. So it has actually defined the module called hello Scala. Now to run this program, I'll say hello Scala dot main, and under this I'll pass the command line arguments. You'll see the output is hello Scala word in all uppercase. So now these are the two ways where we can run the Scala program directly from the IDE, or we can run the Scala program from the Scala shell. Quit, I'll simply say quit. It would actually stop the console. So in this video, we have looked at the quick introduction of Scala features, and written our very first program, Hello Scala Word program. In the next video, we would be looking at the Scala programming fundamentals. Thank you.